All right, so we are doing a bonus episode about the Apple event that just dropped today or yesterday, depending on whenever I post this. I got Bree here. How you doing, Bree?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so we have like a little tradition the last couple years where we'll watch an Apple event and kind of like I wouldn't say live tweet it, but like just text each other during it. And yeah, I was like, well, let's make some content out of this. So, Bree, going into the presentation, what were you looking forward to, or at least, at the very least, hoping to see?
All I wanted was my watch to last all day and all night.
Okay,
So I
so
had a Fitbit as my first device,
okay,
and I just wanted long battery life.
all right. So okay, so better battery in the Series 8, the SE. Like, what specifically were you hoping to see?
No, I don't want to put my phone, my watch on a charger every day. I want to be able to use my watch, work out in it during the day, put it or sleep in it, and do this repetitively for 3 to 4 days before I actually need to put it onto the charger. That's what I wanted.
Okay, so okay. I was hoping to see a AirPods Max version 2. I really like my AirPods Max, but I really would love some headphones that fold. I
You need
say
some
yes.
beats.
Yes. By well, you can't even say by Dre anymore. By Tim Cook.
But Tim, yes, there you go.
Yeah. All right. So let's roll into the presentation. So they started off with the Apple Watch Series 8 and the SE2. So I wrote a couple notes down by hand. So they opened up with the testimonials from people where the Apple Watch saved their lives. And I personally don't mind those stories. Like I like hearing those stories about like how just your stupid little watch. It was like, hey, I think you're having a heart attack. You might want to see medical attention. Like I like those heartwarming stories. It just felt too for me. It felt too polished, where it seems like Apple spent several $100,000 to make everything looks all smooth and cool and crisp, and it's like this needs to feel real.
I agree with that. I agree with that. They did have a little clip where dude was like, "Oh, I was out," and then the bear was in the next room, and then they had the bear in the next room. I was like, "Oh,"
Right.
so then I whispered to my watch to call 911. Although I'm really not sure that's what you need to do if there's a bear in the room with you, but that's
You
neither here nor there.
you wouldn't call 911.
By the time they get there, you don't know what happened.
So
This
you
fight or flight, the bear in the next room. What you gonna do?
I mean, you don't know how his house set up.
Like,
That may have been the only way out.
if you are somewhere and there's a bear inside of your house, I'm gonna assume it's gonna take the police a significant amount of time to get to you.
I'm not arguing that point. I'm just saying he may not have had an exit. He may have been boxed in.
So what's I feel like at that point the bear just gonna leave on its own or something. It's fight or flight. The bear's in the house. So now the bear hears you calling for backup. Like that just wasn't a good example for me. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That's fair. So, Apple Watch Series 8 has the only big thing that it has is car crash detection and heat sensors for ovulation for women, like when they're sleeping, which I was like, I thought that it could do that
Yeah, but
already.
so the period app or the health app will tell you when it estimates you're ovulating based on the period data that you put into the app.
Okay.
But you can tell when you're ovulating based on your basal temperature. But there's no point in saying on Wednesday, "Oh yeah, you ovulated last Friday." It
Oh,
don't matter
okay.
now.
Right. Right.
So the retroactive ovulation is, I think it's a waste of time, but you know,
I mean, maybe it's just for historical data.
that's in the past now though. I do like Apple's privacy though. I like that they keep all of your health data under lock and key because, the government being the feds.
That's true. That's true. It has 18 hours of battery life and a low power mode of 36 hours. And I was like, that's cool. But then you were saying we already have reserve power mode or something.
Yes, if you go to your battery on your phone right now, you have reserve power mode.
Yeah, I've never seen that a day in my life.
It's there.
Let's see. Then we've got the so that's actually based off of software. So in Watch OS 9, everyone can have that Apple Watch Series 4 and forward. And then we're going to have an Apple Watch Series 2, which is the exact same thing as the Apple Watch Series 1, except that it will
The Series 2 or the SE2 and SE1?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The SE, the Apple Watch SE2 is the exact same thing as the Apple Watch SE1, basically, except the car crash detection. And I think some of that new period software, but not all of it. Like, I don't think it can do the heat detection.
The Yeah, it can't do heat detection.
So the Apple Watch Series 8 starts at 400 and the Series 2 starts at 250. And then we have a brand new watch, the Apple Watch Ultra. What are your thoughts on this? What is this, Brie?
So to me, this is their attempt at being like one of the Garmin type deals for the people who are like actual hardcore athletes. So this guy used to report to me at work. He used to do like those Ironman races. Like
Okay.
he would go all over the world, and it's we ran 40 miles in the desert in Dubai, and then we had to swim X amount, and do all these crazy things. And like he was very avid. The Apple Watch is just not for them. Um, you out, they run in extra hot temperatures, extra cold temperatures. So be like, the watch just can't withstand these types of things. You're sweating so much, your screen locking up on you. It's hard to, transition between things on your watch and then the battery life on it. So they were not really messing with it. So I'm curious to see if like real hardcore athletes really get into it, or if it's just gonna be like fake people who act like they be doing hardcore stuff
That like yeah,
buy it instead.
I walk in the park for a couple hours every week. I need that
Yeah, or
new yeah.
I go out. Yeah, I be riding my bike from St. Louis to Chicago. I might fall off my bike. I need that, stupid stuff.
But the thing is huge. It's 49 millimeters. The biggest the next biggest Apple Watch is the Series 8, which is 45 millimeters. So it's gonna eat up some wrist. Um,
It
it it
is.
it has 36 hours of battery life on a single charge, and in low power mode, it has 60 hours of life, which is close to what you want. Let's see. Then next up, we've got the AirPods Pro 2.
Wait,
They
wait, wait. We got to double back. We got to double back.
okay.
I am so tired of the internet telling us we finna get this sleek, slim body design, and Apple
Oh,
has given us the same body since the Apple Watch one. Okay.
oh, so you talking about the leaks from basically last year where
Yes.
they like we're about to get a flat Apple Watch. Things
And
about to be
then this year
sick.
again. Yes, I'm sick
Yeah.
of it.
No, that's fair. The Apple Watch Ultra is really ugly. I will agree with you
Yes.
on that one. And yeah, like we are way overdue for a redesign. Like I need a new Apple Watch. Like my battery is trash. I wish that I wasn't basically buying the same thing over. Like I'm looking at getting the Apple Watch Series 8, but it's basically my Series 6. Like I would like something a little different.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you gonna well no, we'll say that.
Okay.
Um so Apple AirPods Pro 2, they look exactly the same. They have touch controls on the stem. They have 6 hours of life from like a single charge. So not the case, but the actual AirPod from 4.5 on the current AirPods Pro. And the case's battery life went from 24 hours of use to 30 hours of use. It has better Find My detection. And instead of the wireless charging, which it had, they replaced it with the ability to connect to the Apple Watch. So thoughts on that? Oh well, I'm disappointed because I was hoping for AirPods Max version 2. Like I have AirPods Pro. I love them. I love like I could just put them in my pocket and go. Right now I'm at a point where I kind of don't like putting stuff inside of my ear canals, which is why I really like these over the ear headphones. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know, like this isn't for me. I'm good.
Yeah, I agree. So I have my pros in right now. I do like the pros as someone who had, I guess Series 1 AirPods. This is leaps and bounds better for sure. And I feel like one of the things they talked about was like the noise cancellation. It's like, double now. But these already have like really solid noise cancellation. So I feel
They
like that's like a
they
fake
really
stat.
do. They really do.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I feel like unless you own a subway in New York for 8 hours a day, it's really not gonna make a big difference. Um, I also think Apple did that thing where they have technology and then they just wait to put it in something new to make it seem fancy because they already had the AirPod. I mean, like the AirTag technology. They could have been did this, put
I
it in
agree.
like each of the ones.
I agree. Like I do like that each individual AirPod has like like the ability to like find them, but I agree. Like I'm not a fan of like, okay, we could have did this last year, but we choose to do this year, or heck, maybe even 2 years ago. Well,
Exactly,
pandemic,
like
but yeah,
yeah, but like you still knew because you had the original AirPods and you knew people was losing them AirPods, back in
right,
2018. That's why you
right.
sell them one at a time. So to me, that was just kind of like a little fluke. And then they was like, oh, yeah. And then we put the little hook on here so you could loop a strap on it. I was like, oh my God. Like, bruh,
I would
no.
not feel comfortable doing that. I would be afraid I got bump against something and like the lid would open and they just slide out.
And I keep mine in this little case here next
Okay.
to my Apple Watch charger that my cousin bought me. So, it's got the little piece on it. So it's all together. But
Right.
like, yeah, that didn't make any sense. But again, you can just literally, instead of saying, oh, let me pay $250 for a new pair of AirPods with the case, I'm just going to buy this case off Amazon for $3.
But it does.
Also, did they?
Hmm?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but it doesn't have the Find My technology.
I know, right? But did they say if the original AirPods would be compatible with the new case? Like the AirPod Pros could be compatible with the new case or not?
That's like a question. I don't. They didn't say anything. I didn't see anything on the website. My question is like, did they even change the design of the AirPods? Like, will they fit in this new case?
They move stuff around on it, but I don't think the actual design like changed. Like when they did the AirPods ones and the twos, you could put AirPod ones in a 2K.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking at the photo now, and they look mostly the same.
Do
Like
they
the
have the
only
comparison?
well, they took that off. Like something that annoys me this today is that they removed like all the old products unless it's a phone. So like for the watch, you can only compare three watches, the three new watches that were announced today, and you can't compare the AirPods Pro Generation 2 to the AirPods Pro 1.
So they didn't used to do all of them. They would only do the ones that they were selling. So that means they're not going to sell any of the other models, I guess.
I mean, that makes sense. But I mean, I guess it's because they sell so many phones. That's why that list is so long.
Probably because they definitely would let
No,
you.
no, I'm pushing back. On the iPhone models, you can compare a Series 6 to an iPhone 14 Pro.
And on the AirPod, you can compare the second and the third generation AirPods. So they're still going to sell the second gens and not the pros.
Yeah, not a fan of that. Um, iPhone, what we all tuned in for. So they discontinuing the the iPhone Mini, and in its place, they're replacing it with the iPhone Max. And I'm gonna be honest, I think this is gonna
Not the
sell.
Max, it's the Plus. Okay, I
You
had an
are
8
right.
Plus.
You are right. You are right. I miswrote that in my notes. I wrote iPhone 14 Max, but you're right. I'm gonna cross that out.
It's the Pro Max.
I'm gonna
Oh,
cross
it
that.
got your lines all
I'm gonna
confused.
cross that out, and I wrote plus. Yeah, I think this is gonna do well because at the end of the day, people like big things. There are people that like big phones. Sorry, small phones. There is a small market for that.
Small market, yes.
But at the end of the day, people want large screens. Like how many people will buy um a 75-inch TV from Walmart that has the worst picture quality imaginable, but it's a big TV?
And I feel like they still kind of covered with the SE.
Which oh, I mean, I like the idea of the mini. Like, have you actually held an iPhone mini?
No, because why?
Well, in the store I've held one, and it felt really good.
But you can't see anything.
I'm not saying usage because I didn't use it, but I picked it up and I felt it, and I was like, this feels nice in my hand. Now, functionally, I don't know, but I don't know, like a phone that's like almost all screen, but like can fit in your hand. There's something to say about that.
I'm good on that.
I'm good on that.
I'm good on that.
But
It is 2022. The bigger, the better.
so this iPhone 14, um, trying to see the plus price, but that's quickly not happening on this website. Oh, sorry. So that starts at 899, and I'm assuming the Pro Max is 1199.
And would it start at 10.99? Because the Pro starts at 9.99, right?
Okay, so 1099. Okay. Okay, you are correct. But yeah, so a couple of things I wrote down here. Action mode when you're doing video seems really cool. Like I could see myself using that. Like my daughter likes to run, and so like I turn that on, and we just have like a little filmed chase scene. I'm not okay with them no with them going eSIM only.
Yeah.
Um, most carriers do support eSIM, but I just like the idea of like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go out the country and I'm gonna buy a cheap SIM card on Amazon and pop it in my phone before I go over to Europe versus, all right, now I gotta pay full price and all this stuff. Oh yeah, I just don't like the idea of that.
Well, I mean, I'm the person that be paying for the travel pass on Verizon when I be out the country. So,
I feel like that's a crock. It's
I
$10
mean,
a day.
it is $10 a day, but I'm also, a firm believer. Like, we out the country, we dead in the water. We can't even speak. We don't even speak the language, native language. Like, we need some help when we
I
out here.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying like for $20 you could get yourself a SIM card that'll last you like a week or however long you're gonna be in this foreign country.
I haven't really dabbled in that. I don't really know about that life, but now that I know more, I might dabble. But I think I get one travel pass per
Month. But that's
billing cycle or
but that's
something with Verizon
one
now.
but that's one day. It's not like they carry over.
Yeah, it's only one day, but I mean, say I'll go out the country for another. So I haven't been out of the country since May. So that's May, June, July, August, September, October, and I'll be out the country for 5 days starting in October. So it works.
Right, but what I'm saying is I don't believe that the travel pass is stack. It's just you're getting one a month.
Oh, I'm gonna
And
need to talk to Verizon because I
and
won't.
and
I need that bank.
if you didn't use it this month, you lose it.
That's
That's been
stupid.
that is my understanding of the travel pass.
I'm gonna make a note to look into that because who just using one travel pass a day every month? Unless you driving over to Canada and you live in Detroit right quick and you coming back. Like,
So that's my understanding of it, and that's why I'm saying it's a crock.
okay,
But I could be wrong.
I'll look into this
Um,
more.
you can share your location via satellite in the Find My system, which I found very cool. Um, they do have a new system where you can like make satellite call, not calls, but it's like a text message via satellite if you if the sky conditions are correct for you. Um, but that is apparently you have to pay for it, but the first 2 years are free. So they're probably going to treat it like Apple TV
And it's Apple
Plus.
One.
No, I was going to say Apple TV Plus, where they keep giving it to you because nobody's paying for it.
They could just add
Um,
it in a bundle.
they might. Oh yeah, that's right. Because Verizon, it wasn't announced here, but Verizon is doing that. You get a year's worth of Apple One. Was that it?
I don't know.
I thought I sent you that article. Like Verizon's offering something to entice you to buy their phones.
Verizon needs to be offering some cheaper cell phone plans. That's what they need to be doing.
Nah, they're not about to do that. Um, Verizon launches new one unlimited plan with Apple One included. Alongside with Apple 14, Verizon today introduced a one unlimited plan for the iPhone with unlimited 5G, 25 gigabytes of high speed hotspot, and the Apple One bundle of services included for $90 a month with auto pay enabled. Uh,
Hmm.
as a free perk, the plan includes Apple One's individual tier with Apple Music, Apple Arcade, Apple TV Plus, and iCloud Plus with 50 gigabytes of storage. Verizon's existing 5G Get More plan, which is also $90, includes Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN for as long as the customer is subscribed to the plan. But the one unlimited plan only includes free Disney Plus for 6 months. One unlimited also lacks it does not have the free travel pass per month while roaming and does not include 600 gigabytes of Verizon cloud storage with who is doing that. Yeah, that Apple One plan sounds terrible. Oh, Verizon
Yeah.
One, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so you can pre-order. Oh, sorry. Everything that we talked about, so the watches and the AirPods, you can pre-order those today and they will be available next week. You can pre-order the iPhone 14 Friday as well as the 14 Plus. You will get the 14 next Friday and the 14 Plus October 7th because they've been having some supply chain issues. Then lastly, we have the iPhone 14 Pro. I wrote here several times. It looks sick, and it's all
I
caps.
can't confirm. He sent that same text message to me.
So like they have something called the dynamic island, which is the replacement to the notch. So it's a pill hole plus a dot, a camera dot, and basically it morphs into like your notifications, which I it just looks so sick. Also,
I'm gonna throw this out there
okay,
that the dynamic island is really just a widget,
yes,
which our phones could have done a long time ago. And we need to acknowledge that Apple does a very, very, very bad job at widgets. And
yes.
this is their attempt to make it flashy and cool, but it's really the basic widget that we asked for in 2014.
Yeah, it's the stuff that Android phones have had for the last like 12 years.
Precisely. I just want to throw it out there. They put it around the little pill to emphasize the fact that it's not the full notch anymore, but it's literally just a widget, and that's where it's placed on the screen. It does look nice. It looks very cool. But
Yes.
I just want to point that out in the oohs and ahs.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that shit looks sick. I'm getting that in purple. But yeah. Also, the last thing I wrote was that Apple is real shady about these whole, oh yeah, our product is X amount of times faster than the leading competitor. Don't name who the competitor is. You just got a bar graph line, no numbers. Like, what is this? What are you judging here?
They are very good at giving very vague stats, like the battery life. They were like, "Oh, all day battery life." What does that mean, bro?
Right. Right.
It does. It actually don't be all day for me. My phone on the charger right now.
Mine is too,
Like,
actually. Mine is
yeah,
too.
exactly.
Let
Like
me
my
see
watch been on the
here.
charger. Like, what is they doing?
I'm at 91% and I've been on the charger for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at. How you see that on your watch?
It's I'll tell you the app and
Okay.
when we're off there.
Oh, it's not native. Never mind.
It's not. But it's accurate.
Yeah,
It's
let
accurate. I
me put
mean,
the
my
two
watch
together.
is like is in a whole other room and I know what's happening. So that's all the stuff that I wrote down about the presentation. Um, so all that being said, what were your overall thoughts on the presentation as a whole?
The presentation as a whole was a theatrical production that I did not need. Whole bunch of random technical stats that the average person who's gonna buy this do not care about at all. Um, if they would have just, taken some of the money that they spent on this production piece and put into a better battery for my watch, I would have been happy. Um, it definitely didn't need to be as long as it was. There's no reason it needs to be that long. I do like that there's no real delay unless you get the plus, the 14 plus. There's no like real delay on shipping like it's been because I got the MacBook Air, the new MacBook Air,
Oh
and that
yeah.
bad boy was delayed in
Yeah.
shipping, even though I pre-ordered the morning that it became available. So
Yes.
I like that. I think they just kind of threw the AirPods in there. They was like, we just need some low hanging fruit. They was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw this together real quick. And I think they just kind of threw them in there. Um, I don't really know if they're gonna get the market they're looking for on this Ultra watch, but yeah,
Yeah, I don't really know who's yeah. Um, I I love the build up, the idea of like, oh yeah, we got a new Apple presentation, rah rah rah. But then we're
yeah,
watching it, and it's like, I who exactly are these presentations for? Like, they know fans
exactly.
will watch them, but like anybody that wants to know like the hardcore specs, I feel like they could just read them like on the press release sheet.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
I don't want you to hand off talking about an Apple Watch to four different people.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it wasn't even big changes on the Apple Watch. And
Right,
they had like two people talk about the Ultra
right.
alone. And I'm like, and then after each one, they have like the intro little piece to it. And then sometimes they have one in the middle, and then they have like a little outro piece to it. And I'm like, I need this, bro. Just put Tim up there, put it behind him on the black screen, let him run through this how much it's gonna cost, and we out of here. Like, we
Yes.
don't actually need these theatrical productions. I actually would like to see as an Apple stakeholder, even though I don't know Apple stock, I
Oh
need
well,
to see how much they're spending on these.
I am. So yeah.
Yes. And on your behalf, I need to see how much they spend on these productions.
I mean, I feel like they're probably spending less than they did when they did this. No, they probably spending more because they got to do a whole camera crew. Well, they still had like video stuff when they had people there.
But it ain't like this. Like they got commercials of people deep sea diving with this new watch on. Like, come
They
on.
they did that because they still did those stupid music videos back in the day when they had real presentations. You
Them
know,
was
they
some little cheap them was some little cheap videos though, but they wasn't that's back then Apple Watch wasn't even waterproof. Like they was literally deep sea diving. This person was running through the desert. Like, think of all
yeah.
these things you could be doing.
No, that's true. That's true.
Back then they was just, playing a little video game on their phone, talking about the graphics good or something. Like none of this newfound crazy stuff. They got people on the subway,
I don't. Well, I think that was a set.
but then that's my point. Now you got to pay for set.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they're doing a little too much with these presentations. Like it didn't need to be 90 minutes.
No,
It could have really been 45 minutes, like just
strong 45.
to be generous.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, overall it was okay. Like I'm not impressed with any of these watches. Like I need a new watch. Like part of like I saw some stuff where they're like, the Series 7 is it going to be extremely reduced. And I was like, do I just want to do that?
That's something that I thought about. So I hate the always on display. That's something we need to talk about for 14 Pro in the watch. I hate always on. I don't understand why my phone or watch needs to always be on. I just raise it and see what I need to see.
Right.
And also, you never know when I be out. You never know what somebody could text me and say outlandish, just pop up on my watch. Like it's just too much. I don't need all
Well,
of that.
when you are so I have always on display. So when you're out and about and you get a text, it'll just say like Bree, like text message from Bree, but it won't actually open the message until you raise your wrist.
That's too much. for me. I need that certainty. I don't need no slip ups.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, do I just get the 7 at this point, or do I just get the SC2 instead?
If I didn't love the always on display so much, I would get the SE2, me personally. But also like the bezels are a little bit thicker on the SC versus the the proper series watches.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because I have my gift card, my education gift card for my new MacBook. So I have decided though that I will not be getting an Apple Watch with cellular. I was going down that path at first, but decided against it now.
why?
Why not get it with cellular?
Why were you thinking about getting one with cellular?
So like when I be walking the dog in the mornings and everything, all I need to do is just put the watch on and leave. Or like when I go for runs, just put the
Mm,
watch on and leave.
okay, I gotcha.
Cause
Nice.
then like sometimes I be having on, leggings with no pockets. Now I got the phone in my hand, the
Mm-hmm.
dog, my coffee, all that other stuff.
Okay, that does make sense. That does make sense. Yeah.
But it's like an extra $15 a month on my Verizon bill, and I'm already trying to lower that bad boy as much as possible. So I feel like I just don't need to add nothing else.
Right, I got you. So what if anything are you actually gonna be buying?
I'm gonna get the 14 Pro. We are gonna get the 14
We
Pro
are. Thank you for
because
answering for me.
we upgrade our phones at the same time.
We do.
Um, Probably I'm gonna say I'm not gonna get a new watch, but I think I might get a new watch. I just bought a new watch last year. I bought
Oh,
the SE last year,
I see.
but the battery life has been like failing. But the watch is the one thing that I use like through
Yeah.
and through. I sleep in my watch. I use my watch every day, all day. I
I
run in
mean,
it. I
it
spin in
might
it.
be a better idea for you to get the Series 8.
That's what I was thinking. But I feel like I still got 2 years of Apple Care here, so I'm gonna be like, y'all gonna transfer this or no?
Right.
So I feel like that's one. I tried to get the battery replaced, and they was like, "Oh, like we actually can't replace it unless it fails the test." I'm like, "But you clearly see it dying. What more do you want from me? I don't know what you want the test to say, but it's dying." So, but I just want to be able to sleep in my watch and so I can track my sleep and everything. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I get that.
what about you?
Yeah, so 100% I'm getting the Series 14 Pro, sorry, Series
The
14.
Series 14,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, yeah. I'm getting that future watch. I'm getting the iPhone Pro in purple, 512 gigabytes of storage.
I'm just gonna keep that
Um,
258.
I looked at it on like the Apple site and like I got a general idea of what Verizon's gonna talk about, but in order to get some of the discounts, you got to upgrade your data plan and all this mess, and then like they not just gonna be
And
like, yeah,
it's 36 months.
well, oh yeah, that
That's
plus
the new thing.
they're like, oh hey, this is a bill credit, so we aren't gonna give you $800 for your phone outright.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
We'll
gonna
give you
actually.
four or 375 or something. And then over the next 36 months, we'll give you a bill credit.
Right. And like my whole thing is like, why wouldn't you just give it to me at once? Because like I'm not somebody that wants to have a phone, the same phone for 3 years. Like this
Because they
phone that,
want you to. It's a trap.
well, no, they're trying to make the price seem more palatable since phones are getting more and more expensive. So instead of saying, oh yeah, you're gonna spend $50 a month for 3 years, you'll spend $30 a month for $50 a month for 2 years, you'll spend $30 a month for 3 years.
No, you got to think long term. So that's the, upfront laxy daisy stuff. But on the back end, if you think about it, most people, especially younger people, are not going to keep their phone for those 3 years for one. So one, say you upgrade in 2 years, you have to at least, have half of your balance paid off on your phone in order to upgrade. And if you don't, then you got to pay that, and then you forfeit the rest of that bill credit.
Oh yeah,
So they
that's
came
fair.
out ahead
That's fair.
every
That's
time.
fair. So like that's my main hesitation. It's like I know I do not want any phone for 3 years. Like I've had this phone for 2 years, and that's the longest I've had a phone.
The longest I've had a phone is 3 years. I had the iPhone 6. No, oh, it's only two. I had the iPhone 6 and then I upgraded to the 8 Plus. So
Hmm.
I guess only 2 years.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I feel like Verizon is going to give the best deal, but I have to do that bill credit stuff, and like that just has me so concerned.
Yeah, but so I don't know. Like, is that if your phone bill is completely paid off? I guess
Right,
the
but the
credit that they're saying.
right, but like it's a bill credit. So like if you go to pay off your phone, you're gonna see the actual amount of the phone that you owe because you're only getting the credits when you get billed. So like it's stopping you from paying it early too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just bite the bullet, take the little whatever they give me, and then pay for the rest of the phone up front and get the 5% back from my credit card.
Mm.
You should do it too. Still a US Bank credit card.
I mean that's what I did here. It's just I bought mine through
Best Buy, though, right?
yeah, Best Buy, and so they just gave me the money up front.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We'll
So
see. Are you gonna pre-order?
yeah, I'm gonna be in California Friday. So I'm getting up at 5 a.m. and I'm gonna be on my iPad and I'm going to see if Verizon if Best Buy is gonna do me right and give me the same Verizon credits as Verizon. And if not, then I will be changing my data plan and getting this stupid bill credit stuff.
Are you going to are you going to pre-order from Verizon through Apple, or are you going to go straight through Verizon?
I'm gonna start with Best Buy. And that's actually what's
Okay.
gonna mess me up because like Verizon stuff is probably gonna be up like at 5:02 and Best Buy isn't gonna be up until like 5:15. And I'm gonna be freaking out and like anxious and I'm gonna end up having to wait until like October 9th, like that damn plus to get my fucking phone.
Well, I haven't decided. I've been burned twice by pre-orders, and I have had nothing but success with walking into the store. So
Okay.
I think I might actually just walk into the store and see what's up.
I I believe in you.
I know the getting burned twice by those pre-orders wasn't pretty. So,
No, if that happened to me twice, I would be hesitant too. So
and
far,
you go in
okay.
the store, they be trying to throw you with all the bundle deals and stuff, and I'd be like, I can't afford that. I just came here for this, and they be like, what if we throw in a case for $20? I'd be like, I think I could do that. But
All
yeah,
right.
so we'll see. We'll see. I'll move my work calendar around.
But all right. Just want a short and sweet one, and we went for like 40 minutes. So look at us.
I know, right?
But yeah, I hope this was enlightening to anybody that didn't watch the presentation. And thank you for talking this out with me.
Oh wait, are we coming back with reviews once we get our hands on the devices?
That'll probably just be a regular episode. So you can come through in the coming weeks.
Okay. All
We
right. What
got some
about
good stuff.
14
We got some
Pro?
good stuff planned, I think.
Okay. Okay. Maybe you can record with your
Well, that's
thingamajig.
we gotta
Yeah.
wait until the
They didn't say when
computer
iOS 16 was coming out.
the for the phone
Yeah.
Monday.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Well, it
Oh,
wasn't during the presentation. You had to read the materials.
like why would we do that though? You
It's
just
just
talked to me for an hour and 45 minutes. You couldn't have told me that.
nah, they didn't have time. All right, they needed to show you like people in space using their cell phone.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it comes
All
out
right.
Monday for the phone and the watch, and then next month it's the computer and the iPad.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll see.
Yes. All right. So thanks for listening.
All right. Goodbye.